Hi guys, Production Tuesday. This is the tip of the day. Thursday and over the weekend, I'm going to give you another tip on this program. I can't stress enough that you all get started as soon as possible. I mean, that's just the date of next Friday. 12 days from now sounds like it's way in the future, but this program's got so many things that's going to frustrate you. I mean, you really need to get started now, especially wait until the end and compile with some other stuff, other college classes and things like that. So I would suggest you get started on this as soon as possible. Work on it incrementally. Just get one little thing working, then another little thing working. Believe me, things start to come together. You might hit some glitches at the end. You might not be able to get something going, but overall, it's best just getting started now. All right, this is the random function, right? Um, I've got a simple little thing here. I've got a string of 10 different names from my classes. If your name got left off, I apologize. But I just 10 that popped in my head um, from my three CIS 115 classes. Up in the top, I've got the standard IO stream. You all need to put these next two in there. Um, some of your computers, it's kind of strange, will work with just one of these or the other. I would just go ahead and throw these both in pound include C time and pound include C standard library. Just put those both in there. I think that between the two of them, you can get the random and the clock. You're going to be using the clock, and I'll explain that why in a minute. You need random and the clock working together. So just throw both these in, and you'll be fine. And use a namespace. So here's my string, the 10 names: Owen, Chase, Caleb, Wyatt, Gracie, Max, Lexi, TJ, Chris, and Brooklyn. Okay. So obviously choices 0, choices 1, choices all the way up to choices 9. All right. Here's the key line here. SRAN, all right, that'll pull on the random function. Unsigned, okay, that just means positive. Unsigned means positive. Okay, so this is going to be a positive number, and this 0 is just to seed it. All right, um, the time makes you use the clock. If we just put a random function in there, you're going to probably every time you use it get the same things in the same order. If you include the clock in a random function, the clock's never going to be the same. Well, it is every 24 hours, but it's the chances of the clock being the same are like minute. So this adds the clock to the random function. So it's each time through, it's going to give you a different number. Um, Real simple. I'm going to put a character y, and I'm going to use that as a while loop. I'm going to make repeat equal y, while repeat equals y. Then I'm just going to ask you, after it sees out a name, I'm just going to ask to do it again. So this srand, this line here sets everything up. Okay, this actually takes a random number and mods it by 10. You mod it by 10 because you got 10 names. If you do this with 50 names, okay, you're going to mod it by 50. Inside your program, you're going to have something that looks like this. I would strongly suggest you all can do this any way you want it, but I'd strongly suggest you make it a string. I'm sorry, an array of strings. It's just the easiest way to do it. All right. So now each time through this loop, I is going to be a different number because you got a random mod 10. Okay. So this number here is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I is going to be one of those 9 numbers. All right. And it's going to be different each time. So suppose it randomly picks and it ends up 3. You're going to see out choices 3, which was Caleb. All right. And if you were in class today, I bet you're wondering why I picked Caleb. But he's there, so we just got to go with it. All right. Then it goes through again. Press Y. If you want to go again, press Y. Repeat. Do it again. Then it's going to take another random number and another random person from this list. Okay, let's do this. All right. Unbelievable. It picked Caleb first. All right. Whew. All right. Now, if I don't want to go again, press Y. This time it picked Wyatt. All right. I'm going to pick Y again. This time it picked Chase. All right. Chances are 1 out of 10. Now, if you do this real fast, you might be surprised. You might get into actually a rhythm of something with the clock. But yep, see, there's Wyatt again. Gracie, Brooklyn. Do one more. Chris. All right. You can see it's just randomly picking from that list of 10. All right, because I'm using the clock. And it's enough of a pause. If you did these rapid fire, you might end up like getting Caleb, Wyatt, but there's enough of a pause, especially when you're playing a game setting where the clock, which works in milliseconds, all right, the clock works in milliseconds, but especially with choice, there's going to be a long enough pause there. All right, key line, SRAN unsigned time. Okay, after you've got that set up, okay, then you can use this random function. All right, it's going to give you a number and then you mod it by 10 or whatever number that you've got. In my program, I had 50 names of movies. I modded it by 50. All right, I ended up with I, and then I did choices I, and I get a different movie each time. And I think you saw that it was mixing them up pretty well. Not a lot of repeats. All right. Key takeaways. Make sure you've got these two in there. This C standard library, C time. Key line of the function. Throw that in just as is. Don't have to change a thing. And then use the mod operator along with random to come up with your number for each time. The number will always point to one of the indices inside of the array, and then just see it out. All right. I would probably make this the first function I get working. Everything works off of this. I would probably do this, and I'd probably get your program at least spitting out the name of whatever you use. Like I said in class, you can use movies if you want. Feel free to use that. You can make it songs. You can make it people at school. You can make it anything. All right. I would definitely make some kind of category for your choice. All right. All right, guys, that's all I've got. Next hint will come on Thursday. Plus, I'm open for any questions you have on Wednesday. Please get started on this ASAP.